Chapter 5 The Price of the Pilot Light. Rule 5 No More Rules lasted approximately 36 hours. It was shattered not by fear or doubt but by a physics midterm. On Wednesday morning, Sebastian sat at his desk, fingers tapping a frantic, silent rhythm on his mechanical keyboard. He wasn't gaming. He was staring at a dense equation-filled textbook, his brow furrowed so deeply it looked painful. A low-grade panic was radiating off him in waves I could feel from across the room. The cup was in its Faraday cage locker, so this wasn't the magical connection. This was just me knowing him. Seb, I said, closing my own book. You've been at that for 3 hours, you know it cold. I don't, he bit out, not looking up. The Lagrangian formulation for this non-holonomic system is Greek. I finished. It's all Greek and you speak Greek. Take a break, drink some water. He ignored me, his pencil snapping in half with a sharp crack. He stared at the two pieces as if they'd personally betrayed him. I sighed, stood up, and walked to the mini fridge. I pulled out a bottle of water, unscrewed the cap, and took a long drink. Across the room, Sebastian flinched. He didn't gasp, he didn't moan. He just tensed. Every muscle in his back went rigid. He slowly turned his head to look at me, his expression one of pure, unadulterated shock. I lowered the bottle. What? You? He swallowed. I felt that. A cold trickle of dread dripped down my spine. What do you mean? The cup is in your locker. It's caged. I know where it is, he snapped, standing up so fast his chair rolled back and hit his bed. But I just felt you drink that water, clear as day, the cold, the swallow. He brought a hand to his own throat, his fingers pressing against his Adam's apple. Right here. We stared at each other. The hum I'd become so accustomed to was absent. The room was magically silent. And yet. Try it again, he said, his voice tight. Hesitantly, I raised the plastic bottle and took another sip. Sebastian's eyes closed. A shudder ran through him. Yeah, he whispered. That's not muted, that's direct. But how? My mind raced. The Faraday cage. Supposed to block all electromagnetic fields, he finished, his engineering brain kicking into gear, overriding the panic. It creates a conductive enclosure that distributes electromagnetic radiation around the outside, protecting anything within. He started packing. But Grandma's magic, it wasn't electromagnetic. We never knew what it was. We just assumed the metal would disrupt it. Maybe it just dampened, and over time, with repeated use, the connection has grown. I finished, the dread solidifying into a cold, heavy stone in my gut. It's found a way around the cage. He stopped packing, his face pale. The pilot light, he said. I said it was like a pilot light, but a pilot light is always on. It's always consuming fuel. What if we're a fuel? What if every time we use the connection, we strengthen it, make it more permanent, less dependent on the cup itself? The implications were horrifying. The cup was supposed to be a tool, a focal point, a thing we could put away. What if it was becoming a part of us? We have to test it, he said, his voice grim. We need data. The data was unnerving. We spent the afternoon running experiments with the scientific rigor of a pair of paranoid lab rats. Test 1, cup in the cage, Sebastian in the room, me in the hallway. I drank a glass of orange juice. Result, Sebastian from inside our room made a face. Too acidic, pulpy. Test 2, cup in the cage, Sebastian at the library, me in the dorm. Result, he texted me 20 minutes later. Sebastian, did you just eat something spicy? My mouth is burning. I had just finished a bag of Flamin' hot Cheetos. Test 3, cup in the cage, Sebastian across campus in his lab, me thinking very hard about chewing a piece of gum. Result, inconclusive. He felt nothing. But an hour later, when I absent-mindedly popped a piece of mint gum, he texted, Sebastian, please stop. The mint ISA lock. The connection was no longer confined to the cup. It had become a low-bandwidth, always-on link between us. The cup had been the spark. Now we were the burning house. That evening, we sat on his bed, the cup between us. It glowed with a